I could just go on hearing, but I know it's time for reflections. What we are hearing is to answer the question. These are the stages past Prema. They're actually happening in the gopis in the Vrindavana who are already in Vraja with Krishna. That's not our case. So this is all after Vastu Siddhi. Vastu Siddhi means the Vastu, Adhyatmika Vastu, Lord Shri Krishna, Siddhi attained. Means the soul, the devotee is actually with Bhagavan face to face. Like that's Vastu Siddhi. Vastu Siddhi is after Prema. So we are now in I'm thinking I should when would that day come? We can say we are now in Ruchi. We are headed that way, so that is good. So the anarthas are going away, which is very good. This is good. Anarthas are going away, and then as these anarthas go away, then our bhajana kriya gets steadier and gets more tasty. That's ruchi. Then asakti, then prema. Then by bhava and prema, the mortal frame cannot take it anymore because it has to participate in the leelas of Krishna after Vastu Siddhi. So, mortal frame is quit. In the stage of bhava samadhi prema. Prema is entering into the pastimes of the Lord. Vastu Siddhi. After prema is Vastu Siddhi in the Bhauma Vrindavana. And from there starts the Sneha, Mana, Pranaya, Raga, Anuraga, Bhava, Mahabhava. All those are after Vastu Siddhi in the spiritual body, total spiritual body. There are no layers of subtle body on that spiritual body. Like the gopis, everything about them is spiritual. So though all this is the descriptions of that state. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he experienced, Gambhira. The Madanakya Mahabhava, Modanakya Mahabhava. Remember the Udgirna. Swarupa Damodara was resting outside the Gambhira and he was hearing the whole night. Mahaprabhu, this sound was coming good, like that. So that is the stage of Mahabhava, Udgirna stage of Mahabhava. And in the morning with Swarupa Damodara, I went and saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All his face was full of blood because he was trying to, he didn't realize there was the wall, the Gambhira. He was trying to enter. There he was in a pastime. They can't see anything material at the time. So he was trying to enter through the wall into the grooves, like that. So in the process, his face, as he was trying to enter into the groove, this wall is there. And so his face, he was beating on the wall with his face. So the face was all bloody. So that is the state. They are totally in internal consciousness. And they are not aware of what is happening to the mortal frame. That is minimal after Prema, even in the Bhava too. What to speak of Udgirna state. So, all we have heard past Sthayi Bhava are all out of this mortal frame. We can't even comprehend them. At least until Sthayi Bhava, with the mercy of Guru Auranga. Guru and Auranga can give a little comprehension up until Sthayi Bhava. But after that, I have I have no clue. I am very blind. I am very blind myself. What can I speak? So it's like that. So our condition now is like, when there is a flooding going on, and when we are in the flood, and when a rope is dropped in the helicopter, from the helicopter, everybody is drowning. Those who are not holding on to the rope, don't care to hold the rope, or whatever reason they are not holding on the rope, they drown. Janma mrityu jara vyadi of the body. Yeah, the miseries of the body, miseries of the mind, they drown in that very sadly. If they don't hold on to the rope of Krishna that's dropped by the Acharya Bhagavan, then the drowning happens then. But for those who want to hold on to the rope of Krishna, then initially they may be drowning, but at least they have a rope in their hand, one hand. They didn't hold the rope with two hands yet. Drowning in the miseries of the body and mind. They feel the miseries, they see the miseries. They don't want the miseries, that's why they hold on to the rope in one hand. But they are not inclined to have Krishna completely in their lives. So they don't hold on with the next hand. So one hand here, one hand there. So that is the initial situation. Still there will be miseries. Because the waves are pretty strong. So there is only one hand that is holding on to Krishna. And that is in the initial stages. But when someone realizes there is nothing to hold on in this world of miserable waves, body's misery, what misery, what happiness is there with these bodies? This is only miseries coming out of the body. Janma mrityu jara vyadi. There is nothing to hold on to this mind and whatever that comes. From this upper chamber. There's nothing to hold on in this material world. Not the body, not the mind, not the intelligence, nothing. Not good for me. Full of misery. Not good for any of my so-called my people. No good for anybody. The only auspiciousness is when I hold on to this rope with two hands tight. Then the rope gets pulled up. So when somebody realizes this, when this auspicious moment comes, oh my goodness, why am I holding on to this miserable arena with one hand? Then they will hold with both their hands. When they hold with both the hands and the grip is tight, and then they know, Guru knows who has dropped the rope to us. They know we are ready for this, and they start pulling it up. And when we are just holding with one hand and the other hand is still wanting something from this world, the rope is there. But Guru is not really clear. Do you really want Krishna? Or you really want something? You still want something in this world. You still want to get some satisfaction, some enjoyment, some control, something from this world. Like that. The rope is there, but the pulling will be more when we see the ropes are gripped tight with both the hands. Yes, Krishna, I want to see you everywhere. I want to be with you all the time. You are my priority. And not these gushes that come out of me, but you are my priority, Krishna. I want to see you at every step in my life. Like that. And then it goes further. So when the rope is held tight like that, both hands, that is the Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajate Purusham Param. Then we are out of waters. When we are holding tight the rope of Krishna, Aharnisha, day and night, Krishna, it's you, that's my priority. That is holding tight with both hands, day and night. Then we are out of waters. And how much we are prioritizing Krishna, wanting to see Krishna at every step. So much we will be out of waters, out of the waters of miseries. So that is the first step for us now. Stage of Nishta. Right now we are in Anartha Nivritti. One hand there with the rope, one hand grabbing for something in this world for some reason. Whatever good reason, bad reason, whatever label we may put in. So that is what we should look for. At least to be out of waters of these modes, miserable modes. That's Nishta. And then Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. When we are out of the waters of modes, we will actually start to breathe better, see better, and then we are like, oh, there is nothing here in this ocean of modes. And being out of these waters, out of this suffocation, actually being able to breathe better is good. This is good. And then the stage of Ruchi comes like that. And it goes further. And we are actually in the helicopter, the rope when it is pulled, when we hold on to it tight. That Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema, in the helicopter. That is Bhava Samadhi, Prema. Then when this helicopter is going beyond the clouds, and that is Vastu Siddhi, into the arena of Vraja, Bhauma Vrindavana, like that. So the whole world is different beyond the clouds. We actually don't see a bit of what is happening on the earth. All we see is just clouds underneath. And so there is a world beyond the clouds. That world is all the Bhauma Vrindavana. Sneha, Mana, Pranaya, Raga, Anuraga, Bhava, Mahabhava, like that. So those are the stages. One thing I wanted to mention is, when we are hearing this katha, what are we looking for when we are hearing the katha? Anywhere, huh? Oh, nice information. Good. Good. Nice to hear this. Are we just looking for that? Then good. No problem. We hear and hear. We are only wanting that. Okay, good. This is good. Good to know this. I will do my best. That is also okay. At least we are hearing. Good to hear this. I will do my best. Is also good. Okay. But Tivrena Bhakti Yogena happens. I am hearing this. But how long I have in this mortal frame? How long is my life? When will I be out of waters? What is stopping me from gripping the Krishna rope with both hands and say, call out to Krishna, see Krishna at every step? When would it happen to me that Krishna is my priority, Aharnisha? If we are starting to think like that, then that is Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Only when there is Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, the Anartha Nivritti happens. Please allow me to say this, dear devotees. I can speak like this. Very wonderful, nice, yes. Wonderful, nice can go on for days and months. I have no problem. I can just speak like this. Just give you the information. This is where we are, and if we do this, and we will be taken to the other side. I can speak. If this is what you want, no problem. This is called good anesthesia. But when are we allowing the surgery to happen? The tumors have to come out. For the unwanted things to come out. When there is a little discomfort, when there is a little waking up and shaking up, are we ready for that in the Katha? When there is no waking up, shaking up, when there is no the scalp on the skin, how will the tumor come out? Tivrena bhakti yogena, when the tumors are still sitting within us. Yeah, I'm just letting you know. When there is waking up and shaking up in the katha that we receive, I will only inform you. We should take it. We need it. Personally, I look for that kind of katha because I don't have too much time in this mortal frame. I know there are so many tumors inside. They have to come out. So I'm just letting you know. So what did we hear so far? We heard different stages from Anartha Nivritti, past Vasti Siddhi, like that. And the next thing we heard is, what is our stage now? Just one hand in the rope, or two hands in the rope, or Tivrena Bhakti Yogena? Is that happening? Only when Tivrena Bhakti Yogena happens, Anartha Nivritti happens. Otherwise, Anartha's just lurk in the corner, and I call it, label it as Bhakti, and we go on. So if that's what we want, no problem. We can just say, yeah, this is good, very nice, like that. Very comfortable Bhakti. Bhakti in the comfort. No inconvenience, please. No shaking up, no waking up, please. No scalpel on the skin, please. No Anartha Nivritti, please. Is that the state we want? Or Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Like that. That's all, dear devotees. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you all, dear devotees. Hare Hare.
Kripa Bindu Diya Koro Dase Trinapekati Hina
Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koro Dase Trinapekati Hina.
And dear devotees, this Sankirtana Yatra, Gaur Sankirtana Yatra, is exclusively because of the mercy of Shri Guru. All of you, I want to kindly bring that to your attention. Exclusively, this is the mercy of the Guru Tattva. It's only the Guru Tattva that can give us Gauranga. It is only on the strength and the desire of the Guru Tattva, Shri Guru, that our bodies are brought here and the mercy is sinking into the heart. Very exclusively, I want to bring this to your attention. So, Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya is really the core of this Sankirtana Yatra. That's where the mercy is coming from. Gauranga is brought because of Shri Guru's desire and causeless mercy. So, whatever that means for you, whatever is connecting you to Guru Tattva or realized souls in our parampara, yeah, then this is between you and that transcendental personality. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koro Dase Trinapekati Hina.
Gurudev Bindu Diya Koro Idase Trinapekhatihina
Sakala Sahane Baladiya Koro Nijamane Sprihahina
Sakala Sahane Baladiya Koro Nijmani Sprihahina.
This is the functionality of Guru Tattva. In our spiritual journey, first is submission. When it is towards the Guru Tattva, it will be like Trinapeka Atihina. When the soul is ready, really ready for Bhagavan, as it is getting ready, this mood will come from within. At least the favorable mood will come within. For whatever reason, favorable mood will come within. And when that favorable mood comes, and when it starts to get deepen, then that is called submission. So when the favorable mood gets deepened, Trinapeka Atihina. It's not only the favorable mood, but I see that you are the source. You are the source, and you are the Sandhini Shakti of Bhagavan that is taking me to Krishna and keeping me with Krishna. When we realize that, time will come for all of us. For all of us. We will realize that, ye meri bas ki baat nahi hai. This is not something this is dependent on the Shakti that is coming. And I want to submit to that Shakti, Sandhini Shakti. That is Trinapeka Atihina. When that happens to the Guru Tattva, the functionality of Shri Guru is they will, haladara, they will remove the weeds. They will bring us to full potential. They will break the barriers, throw off the bricks that we have placed for ourselves, and to form our own course. This is the functionality of Balaram, Haladara. When the Ganges flows, it just doesn't follow the course that you draw. I will put a little, I'll put bricks on this side and this side, and I will let the Ganges flow. If we are really looking for the Ganges flow, bricks don't work. We want pure Ganges, yes, we bow down and a cup in hand. I like that. So Guru Tattva's functionality is, when we take the instruction of Shri Guru as life and soul, that is not in Jiva's capacity to actually take like that. Because Jiva is always in a defensive mode. That's why passion is a defensive mode. Eating, mating, sleeping, defending, right? These are lower modes. Defensive mode is very predominant. It's not easy for a Jiva to give up the defensive mode, not even in the thought, what to speak of doing it, letting it go. It's not in the capacity of Jiva Tattva to let the defensive mode go. This defensive nature comes in many ways. Defending our, when somebody is striking on us, tappat marita, you defend. Immediately offend also will come. Defend and offend. These are reflexive, passionate ones. So, Trinapeka Atihina is, I'm not in a defensive mode now. I'm not in a defensive mode. I'm not here to, I'm not tight in defending on myself, improving myself, defending myself. I'm not in a defensive mode. I'm not in an offensive mode. And that's it is the functionality of Guru Tattva. So when we take the instruction of Shri Guru into our heart, that is the only way that can get us out of the defensive and offensive mode. Until that tendency of defensive and offensive mode is there, the nature is there within us, what we do looks like bhakti. That is more of bhakti aparadha, not even abhasa. When there is a defensive mode, it's more of bhakti aparadha. That's why it's a struggle to go on in bhakti. Mataji, aapko suna there? In the back? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I think it is placed in the back. Right? इसीलिए मुझे इतना क्यों नहीं सुना है? Okay, as long as it is. So, when we are practicing bhakti, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, our bhakti should be saragrahi, not bahirmukha but antarmukha. So an introspective bhakti is to see what is it that is changing in me. So this is the one, yeah, defensive mode. Defensive in actions, defensive in words, defensive in thought, all that, yeah. So Trinapeka Atihina is, I let go the defensive mode. You please, not just correct me, you mold me. You mold me. A potter's wheel hota hai na? The pot will come beautifully out as it should come. So the kheer can be put in and offered to Gopinath. When that clay submits itself into the wheeler's hands, that's Trinapekatihina. I let go my defensive mode, I let go my offensive mode. They go together, defensive and offensive mode. So when that change is happening within, that is Trinapekatihina. This will naturally reflect with everything in our life, with everybody in our life. It's not like bhakti is a separate compartment and we live a different life with other people. As a compartment nahi hai. Bhakti is an internal journey, internal transformation that just simply reflects outside to the people. So when we are practicing bhakti, submission to Guru Tattva means we are willing to let go this defensive and offensive mode. That willingness, only that willingness is there in our capacity. But it is very difficult to let go. Even though there is willingness, at every step, the willingness is tested. Is this far you can let go? Is this far? This is, you think you can? Are you ready? Are you ready? Aisa hota hai. It's not like one time, aisa nahi, especially in our case. So it is a continuous journey, voluntarily, introspectively done this internal journey, bhakti journey. So in that internal journey, Trinapeka Atihina means I want to let go this defensive and offensive mode, and I am a lump of clay in your hands. Now please mold me for Bhagavan's seva. Please give me my Siddha Deha. That's Trinapeka Atihina. So when that mode is there, the rest of the things will happen. Trinapeka Atihina, Sakala Sahane Baladiya Guru. Then once we take the instruction of Guru like that, again, taking the instruction is also the mercy of Guru. The inspiration to be able to take that instruction is also mercy of Guru. Nahi to itna, we can't even see that as an instruction, number one. And second thing is, we hesitate, we get scared, we have doubts. Aisa hota hai. That's the second thing. So to want to take that instruction and to have that kind of clarity ki ye instruction hai. Clarity, second point. The third thing is, actually this is not what I am doing. This is actually the mercy coming from there that I even feel like that, realizing the third point. Tab hota hai clay in the wheeler's hand. Then you look forward to. Then the fourth point is, we will see that It's the instruction that is carrying us. We haven't done any of these 3 steps. It's actually the causeless mercy that has crossed us the first step, second step, third step to the fourth step to allow us to see, look at this. You are actually in the stream of mercy of that instruction. तो क्या करते हैं? You just float. So this is Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittete Koriya Aikya. This is a journey. Initially, it may not be so easy because we have defensive and offensive mentality. वो tendency है ना, इसीलिए it will be a struggle. Bhakti is a struggle when we have that defensive, offensive mentality. It's not a struggle when we are willing to let that go. And it's the functionality of Guru. As we want to hold on to the instruction and move on like that in the initial phases, that's where Sakala Sahane Baladiya Karo. It is the alcoholic coming out of the withdrawal. Not an easy phase. Not an easy phase. Tab Sakala Sahane Baladiya Karo. Whatever we might do to actually come out of that mode of passion, defensive, offensive, we first of all we need strong warning, and we should understand that this is the process. That's why we say submitting to the lotus feet of Guru is the only way. What does that mean? This is what it means. To break our offensive and defensive tendency, the only way is to hold on to something that is superior to us and is willing to take us to where it is. That is what Guru Padashraya means. Okay? Then that journey there, we need all the strength in the world. It's only the spiritual strength that can sustain us in that journey, that anartha nivritti, to get to the nishta. It's only the spiritual strength, not the physical strength, not the mental emotional strength, not the intellectual strength. Even though we know the Shastra, Sakala Sahane Baladiya Koro, the instruction specifically coming from Sri Guru like that, that is the strength that can sustain us to in this stage of anartha nivritti to get to the nishta. Aisa tab sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprihahina.
Sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprihahina.
This nijamane sprihahina, that comes, the butter churning hote na, milk churning. The churning rod is sakala sahane baladiya koro. Please get ready for the ground breaking, sky cracking, everything for good, for wonderfully good. This is what Jiva has been waiting for millions of lives. All that we have, all the layers that are there, the muddy layers that are there, we heard right? We think that is actually the skin. इतना टाइट हो गया कि स्किन के जैसे दिखते हैं, स्किन के जैसे महसूस भी होते हैं. Because when it is so tight on the skin, when you are peeling off the mud, it does really hurt. It's not our skin. It does really hurt. वो होता है. वो होता है. So that's why we need to soak in the mercy. So when the dirt goes off, it doesn't hurt much. So, but those are the layers of dirt. All the labels on that. Good labels, very protective labels, defensive, any labels, all that is all dirt hai na. So tab sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprihahina. When the last layers of dirt is going off, nijamane sprihahina, then we will see, oh, this is the only way to get rid of the dirt. And though it is ouch, Then we let that go because we are convinced that this is the only way. A checked pump aana hai and it has to wash away. I cannot do it myself. We are convinced. Because we are convinced, we let that happen. We come to that point of nijamane sprihahina. There is no fight there. No fight, only invitation and gratitude. Yes, please. What you please, what your desire is my good. So that's my desire. Aisa chahte. Sakala sahane baladiya kauro nijamane sprihahina. Sakala sahane baladiya kauro nijamane sprihahina.
Sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprihahina.
You know, when the flight is taking off, a clouds and a sub clouds, as the flight takes off like that through the clouds, it's a different world above the clouds. So Sakala sahane baladiya koro nijamane sprihahina is just passing through the clouds. And nijamane sprihahina, by the time we come there, it's a different world. It's not this world anymore. I like that. But that's also a reality. That's a real reality. Real reality. Gurudev, Kripa, Bindu, Diya, Koro, Idase, Trinapekha, Tihina.
Gurudev, Kripa, Bindu, Diya, Koro, Idase, Trinapekha, Tihina.
Sakala sammana korito shokoti dehonatha jata jata.
Sakala samana korito shokoti dehunatha jatha jatha.
I bow down to you with my heart and soul because I offer you all respects. All respects, because I see that you are my rescue rope. I have no reservations. I offer all my respects to you. I am seeing you for who you are, personification of mercy of Bhagavan, the merciful hand of Bhagavan. And the other meaning is Sakala Sahane Baladiya Kora. I offer respect to all the living entities. Actually, when we hear that, I offer you all my respects, Gurudev, for what you are. How is it shown outside? By offering respect to all living entities. That's what Guru Nishta means. So it is shown as offering respect to all living entities, unconditional, for who they are. So due respect, unconditional, whether they are respecting or not, unconditional. So that unconditional respect to all the living entities comes when we see Gurudev, the Sandhini Shakti, personification of Sandhini Shakti, for who he is. Otherwise that strength will not come. Unconditional things don't happen without being in Sandhini Shakti. Sakala sammana korito shokati dehonatha jata jata.
Sakala sammana korito shokati dehonatha jatha jatha.
Tabito gaibo harinama sukhe aparadaha vihata.
Tabeto gaibo harinama sukhe aparadaha vihata.
When I'm offering all respects to you, Gurudev, and I'm offering respects to all living entities, Tabito gaibo harinama sukhe, then the holy name is very much pleased. give us the ruchi, sukhe. That's how the nama, the ruchi comes. It's not because I take the bead bag, I chant 64 rounds, or I chant the whole life, or many lives. It's not the number like that. But following the Vani of the Acharyas, Acharya is saying, Tabito Gaibo Harinama Sukhe. When I offer all my respects to you, know you in Guru Tattva, and hence respects to everyone, then the Holy Name is waiting on us to reveal the Rupa Guna like that, to give us the Ruchi. Sakala Sambana Korito Shokoti Dehunatha Jata Jata.
Sakala Sammana Korito Shakati Dehonatha Jatha Jatha.
Tabito Gaibo Harinama Sukhe Aparadaha Bihata.
Tabeto Gaivo Harinama Sukhe Aparadha Bihata.
So Nama will be in Nama Aparad only up until then. But when this is happening, Sakala Sammana Koreto Shakati Dehunata Jata Jata, then the Nama Aparada is moving towards the Nama Bhasa. We heard that, right? It's like a spectrum. But that's when the transition happens. Now it is the Nama Bhasa. Nama Bhasa means clearing phase. Like the sun is starting to rise. It's not that the sun rises all of a sudden at once and it's noon. It's an AM. So it's more like, the dawn, and the Nama Bhasa is starting. Say 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6:30, and then clearing phase. And midnight, noon, sun, bright, shining through. Shuddha Nama. They are actually with Krishna. Pashyanti Nama, Shuddha Nama, like that. Gurudev, Kripa, Bindu, Diya, Gaur Dase, Trinapekha Tina.
Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koro Idase Kripeka Tina.
So now that we have realized, okay, this spiritual journey is all to do with the Sandhini Shakti. What do I have? Why am I struggling? Struggling with this mind, with these senses, with this so-called intelligence. Actually, all I have are only obstacles. I have nothing that can keep me in this Sandhini Shakti. So, Kabhi hai na kripa labhiya ye jana kritartha hoi bina tha.
Kabhi kripa labhiya ye jana kritartha hoi bina tha.
When there is not enough oxygen, say when there is a lot of smoke and no fresh air and smoke, and we're coughing. And when a window is open, the smoke is going away from there and you see the fresh air coming from there. And you come to the window to get that fresh air. You see nothing can happen in that smoky room. You have no help in that smoky room here. So nothing, the smoke that comes from this conditioned entity is not going to help this jiva. So you go to that fresh air and then Kabhi hai na kripa labhiya ye jana kritartha hoi bina tha.
Kabhi no kripa labhiya ye jana kritartha hoi bina tha.
Shakti buddhi hina amiyati dina Kurumore Atma Sata.
शक्ति बुद्धिहीना आमी अति दीना कुरु मोरे आत्मसाथा.
That Shakti, from this, what Shakti do I have? Huh? Is it the physical strength or mental strength or intellectual strength? Can it really withstand, or ego strength? Can it really withstand one thappad life? One thappad mareto, one moment. What strength do I have? No strength of mine. No strength of mine. And what all I have are only obstacles that I see them as strength and I hold on to them. But I really don't have any strength. Shakti nahi. We'll talk about the spiritual strength. Where is it? So Shakti nahi. Shakti buddhi hina. There's no buddhi, no intellectual strength, no physical strength. Shakti buddhi hina ami ati dina. So there is nothing that I have is actually a strength for me to be with you, Bhagavan. It is only you coming as Sandhini Shakti. That is the strength for me. It's not just giving us a strength. That is the very strength for us. That's why Ami Ati Dina. You see my condition. That's why Ami Ati Dina. Koromore Atmasata. You, it's not that you become my strength. Koromoro Atmasata is not that you become my strength. As if you become my strength and I'll do what I want to. No. You are my very strength. And you are my very strength. You use me how you want. Koromore Atmasata. You are my strength. है ना? And the next one goes further. योग्यता विचारे किछु नहीं पाए तुम्हारा करुणा सारा.
योग्यता विचारे किछु नहीं पाए तुम्हारा करुणा सारा.
What did I just ask you, Gurudev? That Shakti Buddhi Hina Amiyati Dina Koromore Atmasata. Did I just ask only that? Atmasata? Can you be my Atmasata? Not Dehasata, Mind Sata, Intellect Sata, but Atmasata. But Gurudev, if we step back and see, it's not just that you are my Atmasata. I am actually just filled with your mercy. I am nothing but a personification of your causeless mercy. None of me is here. I have no qualification, means none of me is here. What I am is the drop of causeless mercy. Yogyata vichare किछु नहीं पाए तुम्हारा करुणा सारा.
योग्यता विचारे किछु नहीं पाए तुम्हारा करुणा सारा.
अब if I am just the personification of the droplet of your mercy, if your mercy is receding, do I exist? Am I living? Do I exist? Karuna na hoile khandiya khandiya prana na rakhi bomara.
Karuna na hoile khandiya khandiya prana na rakhi bomara.
Karuna na hoile khandiya khandiya prana na rakhi bomara.
Karuna na hoile khandiya khandiya दिया प्राणाना राखी तुम्हारा
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ये दासे तृण पे खाती ना
गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया करो ये दासे तृण पे खाती ना
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare.
We heard from Sri Narottam Das Thakura, I think Lochan Das Thakura, right? When we hold on to the lotus feet of Sri Guru joyfully, that's when the Nama is taken ecstatically. With this mood for Gurudev, when the Nama is taken, that's when the Nama Ruchi comes. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna.
What bhakti is what we are going through. I want to compare it to the drug withdrawal. It's very similar to that. कैसा होता है? What precautions are taken? What treatment is given? What do we need? That will be a better understanding for us. Please remind me. Yeah, after this.
Yes. Question, Mataji, was you mentioned that surrendering to Guru is blocked when we have the defensive and offensive mentality.
Yeah.
So when the defensive and offensive mechanism is working. So what is this defensive mechanism?
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Can we repeat the question?
Question.
Yeah. Speaker idhar do Mataji. Now say.
I think this is not too loud. I think.
Can you-
Hare Krishna. You are able to hear, Prabhu?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mataji was mentioning that our surrender to Guru is obstructed when we have the defensive and offensive mentality, or the mechanism of defensive works on us. So I was just asking Mataji to let us know what is this defensive mechanism that blocks us from surrendering.
So, हाँ प्रभु, ठीक है ना question?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it will get more clear now. I also see what you're saying, but as the discussion goes on, it will be more clear to us. Yeah. So they go together, defensive and offensive tendency. Defensive is something to hold on to what I think is very important to me. That's defensive. I'm defending what I have. I have to save it. Yes, sir. Offensive is if somebody is going to try to touch it or shake it, I will offend them because I have to protect what I have. I think is important. So they go together. You see? That's the root, that's the basic where say the body is right. The body, if somebody is coming to hurt, then we defend. Because this body is important. If it is hurt, we cannot. Because this is mine, I have to defend. So when somebody is coming to hurt, either we run, or if we are strong, we attack them. This condition, it is condition. Because body is very important to us. Something that we hold as very important, we are very defensive about it. Because that thing is very important to me, that person is very important to me, that concept is very important to me, that thought is very important to me as important. Holding on to something without letting it go is defensive. And if somebody shakes it up, we are offensive to them, like that. You know? So for us, all our defenses are based on me, mine. This is my body, I have to defend. This is my family, I have to defend. This is my nation, I have to defend. I like that. That's on a physical platform, body level, structural level. Yeah? ऐसा thoughts में होता है. Me and mine. This is what I think is right. Maybe the other person is not seeing it. I think this is right. Intellectual defense. Okay. And mind. I really like this so much. You dare not touch it. There is no intellectual reasoning वहाँ पे. It's not I think this is right, maybe this is not wrong, what is fair, what is not fair. वो intellectual है. But mind में, I love this so much. Kids होते ना, if you touch my chocolate ice cream, I don't know what will happen to you. So much attached. Mental defense. Yeah. So physical defense, mental defense, intellectual. You know, my family, my society, my country, etc. They're actually structural hai, but more on based of my false ego, extended false ego, as Srila Prabhupada says, with a very wonderful lip, patriotic, yay, Jai Hind. All of a sudden, for that soldier, if something happens to the head and amnesia, loses all the memory, yeah, and somehow he ends up in Pakistan, yeah, what happens to Jai Hind? You see, it's just an extension of I and mine. So that is egoistic defense hai. My country, I have to save my ego, I have to save my ego. Until the amnesia comes, dementia comes into the brain and they forget their name. Where is that? These are defensive mechanisms. If you look at them, all of them, it is clearly a defensive mechanism when we say my family, my country is clearly a egoistic defense. That's very clear right there. Yeah. Mental defense, the strong emotion hai. That's not a big deal actually. Mental defense is not a big deal. It just has to be thoda sa channel aisa badalna. It's very good actually. Then Krishna ko aisa pakadta hai. Mental defense is no problem. Physical defense, though, we are not even, when the bodies are falling apart, we are not much concerned. Intellectual is the prison. And the egoistic, that's the prison. वो defense both होता है. Even when we are hearing the Shastra, Sadhuvani, in our mind we think, how will this be, right? As if the sadhu is lesser than us. It's not that I need clarification on this. Can you please clarify? Oh, alag hai. How can this be right? You see where that is coming from? ये intellectual और ego इतना combined करके, the soul will think, my intellect is so great. Then the sadhuvani, a combination देखना, इतना defensive ऐसा पकड़ता है. इसीलिए even when the sadhuvani is coming, ये intellectual and egoistic defense इतना है, it doesn't want to leave, soul doesn't want to leave. This is the rain jacket that we were talking about yesterday. वो rain jacket है. Ocean of mercy, showers are falling. What is it that is keeping you dry? Why are you not wet with mercy? A intellectual and egoistic defense है. Mental का no problem, emotional is no problem, needs channelization. These two. And बात है कि इतना अच्छा labels लगाते हैं. Society also puts wonderful labels. And then, all the awards for the egoistic, extended egoistic defense, wonderful awards. National awards, international awards, what to speak about that? Intellectual है ना, there are awards for that too. Otherwise, how would Chittu Krishnamurti get that Nobel Prize? So these are golden chains. The intellectual defense and egoistic defense. Yeah. Yeah. Did that answer the question? And any movement with that, you bring in Shastra to move it a little bit. No, you are not understanding Shastra properly. I said, offense kicking hota hai. We cannot tolerate any movement there. ऐसा हिलना भी नहीं. What about breaking the walls? ऐसा हिलना भी नहीं. Because the security is gone. Whatever shell I have put on for my security feeling, for my respect, for my so-called integrity, if it gets shaken, what will happen to me? ऐसा होता है. That's the difference at different levels. Yeah, thank you. But how will that go away? Because they are such tight, super tight. Not only super tight and strong, but a jiva wants to hold on to that super tight. First of all, they are pretty strong and thick, and jiva really wants to hold on to that. What is the way out? Even after taking bhakti, you see, even after taking the Guru Padashraya, even after hearing the Shastra, all this is why Nityananda Ram, Shanartam Das Thakura sings Nitai Pada Kamala. I don't know what your mood is. Shall we sing the bhajan or do you want to do the japa?
Bhajan, if anybody has,
Yeah?
we can go
Yeah,
for bhajan.
because I think this bhajan we will do. Because this is especially with this defense mechanism at the intellectual and egoistic level. Yeah? Do you want to sing? Any one of you? Mataji?